Hi, viewers. Welcome back to our program, Adding Value, Impacting Lives, where we call special guests who are subject as experts in sharing their opinions with their rich knowledge and experience and giving valuable suggestions. And basically, the idea is to support each other in the stressful, difficult times of lockdown. Today we have a special guest with us, Sheila Ram Mohan, and I call her special because she is a wonderful human being and a very positive person. I personally feel so relaxed and energized whenever I speak to her. She is a master spirit life coach, author of a book, I Complete Me. And she's a psyche practitioner, a metaphor of movements coach, and she works with millennials and Gen Z to help them find their emotional balance and happiness. And I think emotional balance is definitely the need of the hour. And in addition to being a personal coach, where you must subscribe her YouTube channel, she's also an on-ground workshop. She conducts a lot of on-ground workshops and she does destination retreats, which is like very relaxing and rejuvenating. So Sheila, welcome and thank you so much for your valuable time in being on our program and helping us understand things better. So
Thank you, Sudha.
from your perspective, there are a lot of sudden changes in the way people are dealing with their lifestyle. So we see that there is a drastic change in the way that they're living, the way that they're working, or basically dealing and handling things on a day-to-day basis. And there's a lot of unrest, uncertainty, and insecurity that people are experiencing. So why do you think such negative impact has happened over people across?
Sudha, one of the biggest things that we are facing is the fear, and it's a fear of uncertainty, because the enemy is unseen. We do not know how long this will last. We don't know where it will next impact, and we are scared for our own lives. We are scared for the lives of our loved ones. We are suddenly, from being busy all the time and being able to move out, we are now boxed between our four walls and thrown together, maybe with our family members, or maybe we are alone. So because the mind really likes to know where things progress, it likes to know the end date, it likes to know the result before it can prepare itself. Right now, that carpet has been pulled away from underneath us, and there is complete uncertainty. Like you said, there is a lot of insecurity, there is this uncertainty, and there is fear for a whole lot of things: lives, fear of money, fear of not knowing how our economic scene is going to unfold. All these are really real fears that people have, and we've never been trained to handle these, right?
True, true, absolutely right. I totally agree and understand, Sheila. But having considered or facing the fact that there's all this happening in our mind in every aspect, what do you think this effect will make or transform the way people look at things, their lifestyle, post the lockdown period?
I have a lot of hopes, Sudha. I think this lockdown has forced us to actually go back to basics. The things that we were told in our childhood, which we never did, which is wash our hands real and take care of personal hygiene, that comes to the forefront really now. So, and it really makes us conscious about a whole lot of things. For instance, even how many surfaces we touch during the day,
Yes.
or and how many times we actually touch our face. And now that we can't touch our face with those hands which have not been washed, we really want to touch it all the time. And makes us really conscious. It also shows us that, if we are working from home, we know that we don't need to spend that many hours. We have realized that actually a whole lot of time that is spent in offices is not productive. We are becoming more productive. We are learning to do with less. We are learning to minimalize. So all the things that we've asked for instance, long weekends, here you go. You got a long weekend. You got weekends now. You ask for more time with your family. There, you got it all. So everything that you actually asked for, you've got now. I think post lockdown, we are going to be a lot more conscious. And you know that even with just 15 days of lockdown, we realize that there's so much of good effect in the atmosphere.
True.
You can actually hear the birds
Yes.
sing. You can see the stars in the night. In 15 days, a 15 days can do so much. We just have to be a little more conscious. I think we'll do that. As humans, we are we are resilient and we know how to take care of ourselves.
Absolutely. So you mean to say that slowly we are adapting and accepting the change that is
Yes,
there around us. And that definitely sounds so positive coming from you, Sheila. And it's very promising, provided we understand and realize the blessings that are actually there
yeah,
around. Absolutely. Now, being an emotional balance coach, I understand that a lot of people approach you and definitely get a lot of suggestions and tips on how to deal with the situations.
yeah,
With the current scenario of people being forcefully locked down, like being together, unable to cope up with the loneliness or whatever trauma and anxiety that they have on a day to day basis, we are witnessing a lot of emotional breakdown. So, as a
yes.
coach, what would you suggest or rather prescribe to our viewers on how one can maintain or balance their emotional state of mind?
Okay. I think one of the most important things that we have to remember during this time is that we need to maintain our discipline. We have to create routines. Right now, what has happened is because the routines and the structures that we normally follow have broken down,
Mhm.
we are generally kind of lax. The only thing is that impacts negatively in our life, and discipline becomes very important. You have to get up in the morning at your regular time, shower, change, dress up before you sit for your office calls. You have to set boundaries. Just because you're working from home, it doesn't mean that you will take a call post 9:30 in the night or post 10 p.m. in the night, because there is no rules. You have to set boundaries. You have to say, this is the time that I will work with. And added to all this work pressure, we also have to do our home chores, because there's a whole lot of chores which have been added to our basket. So managing that time becomes little challenging. So
Yeah.
how do we fit in all these things is very important. See, now it's very good to say that you need to get up and you need to meditate and breathe deeply. All that is good, but for a whole lot of people are not used to doing those kind of things. So
Right.
suddenly to tell them, okay, sit down and breathe, it is not possible. And most of us, we've never spent time alone. We've
Yes.
always been running around, we've been busy all the time. We keep distracting ourselves intentionally or unintentionally, so that we don't have to look at the lot of traumas that we have. Now, when you're sitting at home alone, all those things surface,
Yeah.
and you really need help to be able to cope with that.
Right.
It's all very nice to say, okay, now you have your alone time, go within, find yourself. But seriously, practically, it's not really possible. You require help, and just Google and just YouTube is not going to really help you
No.
find that person within yourself and become the best version of yourself. You have to work at it
Yeah.
and be able to reach out to people. This time of social distancing is when you need a lot more connection with your social circle, with your family, with your friends, with your people who will be able to support you.
True, true. I totally agree, Sheila. And it's definitely been working out for me where I feel, a lockdown or staying at home is no different from going out and doing your routine stuff. So you just need
Yes,
to plan and organize your day. And most importantly, I think the positive aspect of it is start looking inward rather than
yes,
looking outward and missing out on things which are not there. Think of all the things which are there and make the best
yes.
use of them. So, a lot of insight
Yeah,
and
very well said.
understanding. Thank you so much for that valuable bit of information and suggestion. Now, everybody's talking about what to do. The situation is like, we need to do this, we need to do that. And you rightly said that going on to Google or downloading an article or reading somebody or just getting some tips from a friend just is not enough. It's not sufficient for
Yeah,
us to tune in
yeah,
that direction. But
yeah.
apart from that, like, what are the things do you suggest or you strongly would tell us that these are the things you should avoid? There are a lot of things that we should do, but then what are the things that should not be done in order to keep yourself calm, composed, and balanced?
First and foremost, go on a social media fasting
Okay. Yes.
because social media terrifies us. You do not know how much of that is substantiated news, how much of it is, fake news.
Correct.
You really don't know. And every day there are so many reports coming. It just terrifies us.
True.
See, you need to have your information, but you need not be glued onto it 24/7. I know that just because now we don't have a routine or don't have to travel to work, we lie down in bed and we keep scrolling through social media
Yeah.
starting right in the morning. And that is one thing you absolutely need to avoid. Even during your work times, I think keeping your phone on silent, switching off all the notifications so that you can concentrate on your work and not be distracted by all that social media which keeps coming in. That is one important thing that we need to do. Second, please get up at your regular time,
Mm.
shower, and dress up. I know a lot of people who said, oh, lockdown, let me just, let me not shave, let me not groom myself. Anyway, who's there to see me?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Mhm.
I'm saying you yourself feel much better when you look in the mirror. Yeah, there is a meme doing rounds that now that no one can go to the beauty parlors and salons, there is all that true colors are coming out. But I think it's good.
Yeah.
We we need to be groomed and well dressed and manage our time.
Yeah.
And one of the other things that I think we absolutely could do is write down before we go to bed, write down three things which you're really grateful for. And that makes a lot of difference because gratitude is the biggest binding factor at this point of time.
True.
Is when you're grateful for all that you have, you will really be in a high vibration, in a state of high vibration. And it's very important to keep your spirits up at this point of time.
Absolutely, Sheila. Just listening to you, I can feel so positive and energized, trust me. And all those tips and suggestions on how we need to keep ourselves engaged, not be overwhelmed by watching too much of news, or also, go into depression and loneliness, be paranoid with everything that's going on, and
Yeah.
striking a balance somewhere in between, identifying basically what works right for us and what actually helps, I think is an amazing suggestion that our viewers should take into consideration and make the best of the time that they have now. Well, thank you so much, Sheila, for your valuable insights. And I definitely would say that, it's going to help people in a big way, impact them positively, help them deal with the situations, and, come out as a better, positive individuals. So thank you once
Yes.
again for your valuable time. Greatly appreciated. And we certainly hope our viewers will make the best value out of these suggestions by Sheila Ram Mohan.
Thank you, Sudha. And I really appreciate Proxel going through all this trouble, putting in time and effort
No
to
trouble.
create something impactful for the viewers. Good job, really.
Thank you so much, Sheila. Thank you. Coming from you, it means a lot to us. And the fact that, we just want viewers to understand, reach out, and feel like there is somebody, that positive encouragement and support. That is the main objective. And through these videos with experts like you, we would want to reach out to them to help them understand and deal with the ambiguity and uncertainty as much as possible. Right? Thank you once again. It was a pleasure having you on the program. Thank you.